The latest decor trends are all about natural textures. Designer Karin van Zyl leads the way with fabrics and finishes in leather, wood and linen to create homes that are warm, modern and tactile, like this next one.
Top architecture seems to have a clear formula, whereas the best interiors sometimes feel like a mystery which needs solving. In the tricky language of design, we'd found an excellent translator.
Karin, there's a misconception that natural objects aren't as glamorous.
I'm glad it's a misconception. Naturalist to me is all about 100% linen and natural fibers locally made.
There are now almost as many varieties of texture as there are colour, and naturals are very much in vogue.
I do love the richness of texture, beautiful roughness of a leather, softened by a delicate succulent. Glass, porcelain, clay, pot and sisal, name it. Any South African quality, I love combining it to create an eclectic interior.
Well, it's definitely comfortable.
It's about the touch. It's where you want to sit, feel comfortable and move on from there. It should be interesting throughout your house.
I couldn't help but notice that wallpaper. Is it wallpaper?
The idea is to use colours that complement the room's natural light and to balance textures that both absorb and reflect that light.
It's a brand new trend. It's a magnetic wall tile.
It feels absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's leather. I love the acoustic property and the colour and texture it adds to the room. And it's interchangeable, so you can change this to your headboard.
That's fantastic, so it's economical as well.
A tip: find pieces of furniture bold enough to fit the proportions of the room, and a few that are both classical and mirror your personality.
The furniture does have an old feel about it.
Yes, to me a recycled interior at this stage is a repurposing of products. I love the distressed elm wood top that's been constructed with old steel plumbing pipes to create a dresser, which is such a new classic antique.
The patterned wood on the coffee table and the rustic steel base contrast beautifully with the subtle shine of the pewter vase. Some ideas are less about decor theory and more about impulse.
That is such a brilliant idea.
Lorna, anybody can do this. You don't need a budget. Old bottles and poppies from your garden in a space where you can enjoy it every day.
Now I know what to do with all my jam jars.
Always try to make the most of the original design features and use light to contribute to the style and mood. Fittings can also be dramatic and dynamic focus points to determine the look and give you cues for the softer decor finishes.
Ooh, a splash of colour.
Had to add some red gloss to freshen this place up.
Well, you could never go wrong with colour.
Glad you liked it.
Learn from the filmmakers. The wooden screens on all these rooms filter and play with the final picture.
There's such a sense of serenity and peace in this space.
To me, it was working from the basic shade of grey into the milkiness of white and enhancing it with white light. And I do believe that you need to start and end your day in a luxurious way and inspire yourself and spoil yourself and owe it to yourself.
You've used the washed wood throughout this room.
The washed wood is definitely a growing trend. What I do like about it is such a brilliant backdrop to the milkiness in this room. And the porcelain jars, the reflection by the mirror creates a different ambience and it adds depth to your actual decor.
If you generally like the rustic feel but see a new piece that grabs you, buy it. Then apply the aging technique to lend story and character.
Karin, how do I go about creating this kind of space in my own home?
Lorna, it's simple. You need to be honest. You need to start from a blank canvas. Decide what you'd like to be surrounded by, your own preferences, your favorite texture, color, the line and the mood that you'd like to create in your room.
The other half of the equation is what those elements do under the light of that specific room. And don't forget, potted plants add soul to a space.
This bathroom is definitely glamorous.
To me, it has to be natural glamorous. I combined a grooved granite in my textural wall and blocked my freestanding bath onto a black floor tile, which just splits up the floor space in this vast bathroom. The combination of color and the clarity of the light fitting to me bounces a new point of interest in an uncomplicated chandelier. Freestanding basins, all the luxuries that one would love in an intimate personal space.
Just makes me want to just jump in, take a bath.
The texture and image of simple eucalyptus leaves or the magic play of glass bottles in light, these all add life.
A well-designed room is one where you walk in and it greets you back. There's a comfort, there's a feeling that says, I'm happy and I'm at peace. And once you experience that mood, something is working in your space.
And there begins your little piece of heaven.